Yeah. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Fairy Stallion. We have the Blasted Beach. Oh my gosh. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Fortune Fairy. Your obstacle is the Three of Wands, and your outcome is the Five of Wands. Okay. This is really a lot about nature. Look at this. These ones are all about nature. Now, this is the weird thing that I see right away, is that this is a little bit gloomy, and then this is really bright. All of these are nature, bright, happy ones, and these two are the gloomy, these three right here. Okay, so here we have the Three of Swords, and this is about love, but it's also about the pain that comes with love. Love is very beautiful and wonderful and magical because you have these roses here, but it also comes with pain because you have the thorns. You can't have one without the other, okay? So this is about having hurt feelings because someone that you love is saying something that might have hurt your feelings, or you might hurt their feelings, okay? This is about love that cuts, okay? A lot of times it's just somebody says something that they regret, or somebody says something that they didn't mean it that way, but since you're so sensitive because you love that person, you can take it the wrong way, okay? So this is about having hurt feelings. And then you also have over here, you have the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is about taking painful experiences and moving forward, okay? And you can see she's reached the top of the mountain, and she's taking a deep breath, and she's saying, I have overcome hurt. I have overcome obstacles. I am really flying high with the eagles. That's what this card is about. It's like saying, I've made it. I've overcome whatever this person said or did that hurt me in the past. Now, the Six of Swords is about taking painful experiences and learning from them and leaving the pain behind and keeping the knowledge, okay? Leave the pain, keep the knowledge. So that's what these two are about. So this could definitely have been something that happened in your past as well, because this is about moving on. And I don't know if it's going to be so small that you can move on really quickly, or if it's that something has hurt you in the past and somebody comes back from your past, it reminds you of that, what happened, because this is about progress. This is about moving forward, okay? This is about you overcoming that, which is great. Now, in the middle of your month, you have the Blasted Beach. And you can see here the guy is falling out of the tree. Now, there's two things about this. This is typically like the Tower card, okay? And it's right above the Three of Swords. So this is about something that is falling out of your life because it has to, it's supposed to, or something that's, you're climbing a tree and you get on a branch that's dead and you didn't even know it was dead, and you step on it and you fall. So in a way, you're saying, dang it, why did I fall? But another way, you're saying, okay, well, now I know that branch is gone. I know I can't rely on that branch. I know that branch is on the ground, decaying, and now I can find a different way to climb the tree, okay? It's about testing things and finding out what works and what doesn't. And that can also be about a relationship where you have a disagreement and you say, well, now I know I can't push the person to go this way. Or now I know that the person's not going to be there for me at this time, okay? So that's what the Blasted Beach is about. It's about testing and finding out what is stable in your life and what's not, okay? Over here you have the Fairy Stallion. This is about charging ahead into adventure, okay? And this goes with this as well. You might be leaving behind a situation that is painful and just saying, I'm going to move forward. These are both about moving forward and leaving pain behind, okay? Over here you have wonderful, the Fortune Fairy. Good fortune. Good fortune. And you can see how happy she is. She's just like really in love with life. Fortune's going to smile on you. That's great. Especially after you fall out of a tree, you really want fortune to smile on you. And it does. Okay, great. Then you have over here the Nine of Pentacles. This is about, again, it's about feeling like fortunate, feeling like you are financially safe, or you're financially taken care of. She has her garden there and she's saying, okay, I'm a princess. I don't really have to worry about this or that, you know. Like here you'd be like, okay, I'm escaping from something and I'm just like climbing up the mountain, living in a tent. And over here you're feeling like, okay, I feel more secure and I feel more stable. And that doesn't necessarily have to be financially. It can also be emotionally, that you feel like, okay, I've gotten out of a situation with my boss or my friend or my lover that is tense, and now I'm on the other side of that, okay? feeling more relaxed. But with the fortune fairy there, you definitely could be getting more money. Okay, now over here we have, this is your obstacle. Your obstacle is the Three of Wands, which is about an initial success. And I think that because in this deck, it's an emotional success. It's not necessarily like a career success or anything like that. In the other decks, it's usually about career because you're facing a ship and you're going to move on to the next level of your career. This is more about an emotional success, feeling close to someone, okay? Because you got the family there and feeling like, okay, everything is exactly how you wanted it to be. And it's not always like that. So that's why it's such a great success card, because you finally have things the way that you want. And I notice in all of these cards, here you're alone, alone. All these cards are alone, okay? And then the only time that you're falling is when you're with somebody else. And then also the only time that is an obstacle is with someone else. So it's definitely a relationship that's causing the problem, okay? You might have a snafu with somebody relationship-wise, and then you have hurt feelings, and then you get over that, and then you move on with your life, okay? Now, this is your outcome, the Five of Wands. This is about bickering and fighting, and everybody saying, I want my way, I want my way. Now, this is a great Five of Wands, because everybody's climbing the tree, and they're all climbing at their own pace. And it's not really so much of a competition against other people. It's more of a competition against yourself, because you're saying, I'm going to climb as high as I can climb. Okay, it doesn't matter if Johnny's higher than me or Linda's higher than me. You're just climbing to climb, and it's fun. This is also fun. It's like childlike competition. So I think with the bickering and the fighting, this could just be other people in the family that are putting their 2 cents in when you're fighting with this person, this person that is, you care about them and you feel a little hurt that you guys are fighting. And this is other people putting their 2 cents in and saying, well, I think you're right. Well, I think they're right, blah, 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 blah. But in the end, it's going to be more jovial, because it's not going to be such a terrible, terrible thing, because you've got this childlike innocence where it's like nobody's really right, because everybody's they still have their own interests, because they still have their own branch. They're still climbing their own thing. And this thing where you're falling, that's something in your life that is not as stable as you thought it was. Maybe there's a relationship that you thought was really stable. And then you say, what? Hey, I didn't know you weren't going to support me in this part of my life. Okay, I didn't know you weren't going to do this. I didn't know you didn't want to go here. We agreed we were going to do this, and all of a sudden you don't want to do it. Okay, so it's that kind of thing. Now, over here, these are the things that are hidden from you. You have life renewed. And a lot of these cards are about have kids. So a lot of this is about you finding something that makes you feel like a little kid. Because here you're like an adult, and here you're like it's a painful teenager thing. And then you're like, okay, well, now I've got the kid stuff. You've got all three of these. You've got all of these kid cards, okay? Even these guys are just teenagers. These are all kid cards. And then you have this one over here where you're like an adult in your garden and feeling great. So it's more about finding a little bit of childlike innocence in life, okay? And this one here, life renewed, it's about starting something new. Starting something new and feeling like a child. Now, the other one you have here is the Knight of Swords. This is about a hero coming in to save the day. He's got the hawk there too. So this could be somebody who's in the same situation with you. You guys, they both look like they're on the mountain, looking at the hawks. So this could be somebody else who's been through what you're going through, and they're being the hero and talking to you and helping you. Okay, you got one more, and I'm not surprised at all. It is the High Priestess. This is about instinctively knowing what to do, and the moon is there to symbolize the fact that you don't. It's like an unknown path that you're going along, and it's not really brightly lit or anything. It's just in the moonlight, and you're kind of like feeling your way along. But it's the High Priestess, and she knows instinctively what to do, and she knows instinctively like what's going to be best for her or him if it's a guy. Okay. Now I'm going to give you your fate card, but your outcome is the Five of Wands, which is pretty much everybody doing what's best for them. Everybody climbing at their own pace. It's not really a competition, and people might be taking sides if you're fighting with somebody. Okay, over here we have the Air card, and it says, seek a union of mind and spirit. And that is perfect, because that is what this is about, and that is what this is about. That is, it's about feeling, connecting with your higher self and connecting with your childlike innocence. It is your soul and your spirit connecting with what you're doing physically and not just being stuck in a rut doing something you don't want to do. Okay. It's about soaring off like those eagles. It's about this, standing on the mountain and saying, taking a deep breath and saying, you know what? I got to do what makes my spirit soar. I got to do what makes me feel good, what makes me feel like a kid, what makes me feel happy and joyous. Okay. Life renewed. That's what it's all about. All right. Now I'm going to give you, was that your spiritual card? No, that was your fake card. I'm going to give you, I got to learn to shuffle these things. When I play cards, I can do lots of shuffling and card tricks, but these sets are so big and they are like, it's a lot of stuff just pops out at you and it's not even me trying to control it. Okay, over here we have emotional withdrawal. That is your spiritual card. Okay? Because it's not just me trying to give you these messages. It's also like the universe and your spirit guides and my spirit guides and the whole bit, all trying to give you messages that'll be helpful. This says emotional withdrawal. And this is about you. If something is hurting you or someone is hurting you, it might be time, especially if they're like, you expect them to be there like a solid branch and they just let you fall. Okay, it might be time for you to go off by yourself and just really realize, like, I have to pretty much fill my own cup. I can't just expect somebody else to make me happy. I got to support myself. I got to find things that make me happy. I can't just count on this person to do whatever. And a lot of times that is why people fight, because they say, well, you're making me unhappy or you're not making me happy. And it's up to you to make yourself happy. If that other person's got their stuff to do and you've got your stuff to do, just like in these branches, everybody has their own thing that they're working on. Okay. And if somebody is making you unhappy, it's up to you to walk off and spend some time by yourself and make yourself happy before you try to go back and hang out with that person. Okay. All right. So have a wonderful month. Your outcome is everybody climbing their own tree, everybody doing their own thing. And you can do it next to the other person. They can still be in your life, but you also have to focus on what makes you happy and what what renews your spirit. Okay, so focus on what's going to make you feel like a kid again. Okay, have a great month.